Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show that shall not be named, where I do a drawing and try to explain it to you, and hopefully make some sort of sense. Today's prompt is celestial, and I've decided to do a space whale. This is the second in a series of 3 drawings where I decided they were going to be monsters. This one admittedly is maybe more of a creature than a monster, but whatever, it's fine. So yeah, I'm doing a little sketch here, going through and making kind of a mutant whale. And then I had an idea for like a big spherical piece of tech on his back that had like nodes of a constellation, I guess, on it. It's the best way I could describe it. So yeah, I'm coming through with the fine TWSBI Eco with some platinum carbon in it, as is customary, and doing some outlining and a little bit of contour lining, automatic type stuff, just to get some kind of circuitry tech looking lines and shapes and stuff going on in there. If that makes sense. A lot of this stuff, the lines and shapes, I pull from automatic drawings that I've done before. It's good practice to come up with curves and, wobbles and, little lining techniques that you end up using later. That's why I like to do it so much. That, and it's very relaxing. So yeah, now I'm switching over to the extra fine. This has Noodler's black in it. It's going to be a little bit more transparent, a nice fine line. I'm just doing those ridges they have underneath their mouth. And I continued them all the way down. I don't know I don't think they do that in real life, but I don't think they fly through space in real life either. I could be wrong. Yeah, now I'm cruising over it with the kneaded eraser. I didn't give it quite enough drying time, and the Noodler smeared a little bit, but it's fine. It wasn't too bad. And now I'm coming through with the brush pen. It's starting to get a little bit low on ink, and I've heard you can refill these with a syringe, and I have an ink syringe, so once this one runs out, I'm going to try and put some Noodler's Heart of Darkness in it, I think. See how that works. Otherwise, I might have to get another one. They're about $5 to $6, I think, on the Bezos Dystopian Nightmare website. So not too expensive, but I'd rather be able to refill it if I could. I know there are fountain pen brush pens that they make. I can't remember who makes it, but I've thought about maybe trying one of those out at some point. I don't know what their options are for brush size, though. Yeah, I'm just cruising through here, shading out those ridges and then adding lots of textury shadows underneath the fins. Shading in that tech ball, I guess, is what I'm calling it, on his back. And then this is the TWSBI Eco Medium with Waterman Intense Black in it. I'm finding the Intense Black matches up with the Pentel ink in the brush pen really well. Maybe it's slightly darker, but it's got a very similar look to it. So I've been enjoying using that for going through with the coarse details with the brush pen, and then using the medium eco for just to refine all of it. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words here. But yeah, just adding like texture onto the edge. And I'm finding with the brush pen, you don't want to jump to too fine of a line. You want to kind of go brush pen, a medium line, and then a finer line after that. Seems to be a good technique for me. Kind of working down in detail. I'm doing a little bit of stippling, especially around those eyes. And then, yeah, I was trying to capture they kind of have like a textured like pattern on their skin. So I was trying to get a little bit of that. And then back to the Eco with the fine nib in it here for some hatching, a little bit coarser hatching to start. Again, this is where I'm slowly going down in line weight, getting more and more granular as I go along. I think is the best approach for this type of drawing anyways. I think I'm really finally starting to get a handle on the brush pen mixed with the fountain pen. I don't know how it works with other stuff, but with the fountain pen, this seems to be a good procedure, process, or whatever. Yeah, I'm just doing little hatching in between the ridges and some stippling off the ends of the lines to give it lots of little texture. And then, yeah, drawing some more little tech greeblies. Gibbets? Some more tech gibbets on here. And then, yeah, finally, here's the extra fine. I'm coming through doing the hatching. Just getting a nice render on that, kind of giving that ball on his back a spherical sort of shape, and adding little, more tech lines and stuff like that. I try to imagine like a alien PCB, like the printed circuit board inside of a computer when I'm doing this stuff. And yeah, contour linings on some of the tubes. I think I was originally planning on adding more tubes and then just completely forgot about it. So, it does have a considerable amount of detail, so hopefully you guys will go easy on me. I added a couple little circles in one of his eyes. Yeah, I think it looked really cool. I don't know if you can see it in the video all that well. And then, yeah, for the stuff on his back, I was trying to kind of like slowly transition from like the automatic drawing tech looking stuff into like more of a organic, natural texture. And yeah, now I'm cruising through and getting some contour lining and hatching Kind of doing all the little fine detail stuff. Making sure I'm getting all the values like where I want them to be. And then, yeah, finishing up the little snout barnacles and all that stuff. His grouchy mouth. All right, and I still can't find my circle template, so or my compass, so we're using a roll of masking tape and a guitar knob. I guess you just get whatever size you got laying around is what you get if you're doing it that way. Well, yeah, I made a couple. I think I was imagining there were like two suns in the background, but they could be planets too, however you want to imagine it. And then I didn't want to get too dark with the background. Originally, I think I was planning on doing like a black field with stars and all that stuff, but after I used the brush pen on the whale itself, I was looking at it and I'm like, that's just going to be way too much black. So I figured I'd do more of a vignette style here. And the hatching's just following the contour of the bigger star, roughly. I don't think it was perfect, but it's art. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then, yeah, just adding a little stippling in these bottom corners here, kind of like a, I don't know, particle effect, I guess, is what I was imagining. I think it looks cool. And I think that's just about it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Thank you to my patrons on Patreon. And I hope you all enjoyed the Space Whale. I will see you next time. All right, bye.